So the question is, why has Lucid stock slumped in March and continues to fall in price in April? So this is the monthly chart, and what you can see is prices in the process of testing all-time lows down at $2.50. If we take it down to the weekly chart, you can see that a bit better, as the buyers are at the moment continuing to defend this $2.50 level. And typically when you are in a downtrend, you want to wait for a pullback and go short. This setup was a weekly seller's level. You also had a trend line break, and you also had previous support, which turned into resistance. So before we analyze the price action on the weekly chart, I do want to get into an article. So Lucid is among several EV startups that have been compelled to cut prices of their cars and accept dwindling margins because of the global slowdown in demand growth for EVs. The timing could not be any worse for Lucid, which was already struggling with production and sales. Now in March, investors were reminded of the solid advantage Lucid had over its peers. Now, for those who may not know, it is backed by the government of Saudi Arabia. Even so, there's a reason why the EV stock still fell last month and is already down another 7% in April. So, last month, Lucid struck an agreement with an affiliate of Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund, the Public Investment Fund, to raise funding of $1 billion. The affiliate, AR Third Investment Company, will buy $1 billion in convertible preferred stocks. Now, although Lucid has ample liquidity, it is failing to produce EVs at scale, as was evident from the fourth quarter and full year 2023 numbers it announced in late February. The company produced a little over 2,300 vehicles in the quarter, but delivered only about 1,700 units, and revenue slumped 40% year over year to 157 million, driving its net loss higher by nearly 38%. Most importantly, Lucid said it expects to produce only 9,000 units this year versus 8,428 vehicles it produced in 2023. Now, lower selling prices, poor production sales, and grappling negative margins are just some of the reasons why several investors slashed their price target on Lucid in recent weeks. We had an analyst at RBC, for instance, cut his price target in half to $3 per share in March, citing Lucid's inability to attract enough demand for its cars amid the EV price war, among other things. So what you want to do is take your cues from Tesla, and Tesla has been in decline, and so you have all these other EV makers following suit. So again, this is the weekly chart. There was a couple opportunities to short the stock. Right now you do have some short-term support down at 250. And if we take it down to the daily chart, what do we see? You do have another counter trend line break on the daily chart. As you can see, this gap down, I'll call this a gap and run, occurred on earnings. And as you can see, price is just kind of basing again at all-time lows. So Um, how do you play this? Honestly, you just wait on your hands until you see confirmation that price wants to turn around. I would not buy, and well, if you are in currently and you've been in from prices a lot higher, um, I would just keep the stock or sell the stock against your profitable trades, as you always have time to buy it back in 30 days. But right now, like all other EVs, Lucid is not a buy at this time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.